Hey everyone, it's the Gadget Guru. If you guys haven't heard, there's gonna be some new changes to the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG, and card texts are gonna be changing. There's four changes coming up. Um, Most of you have seen this. This is nothing new to most of you. Most of you follow this on the Konami website. But for those of you who don't, this is the new changes. Remove from play is no longer removed from play. It's now banished. Why they're copying like Magic the Gathering? Well, tell you that's not Magic the Gathering. That's Magi Nation. Why they're copying Magi Nation's term, I have no idea, but it annoys me. Apparently, remove from play was too confusing. I don't know how that's confusing. If a card says remove from play this card, there's remove from play zone. Whee! How is that hard? I see no complication in this. So now they're gonna say banish one face-up card, and there's a banished zone. It it just doesn't make sense because all the old cards, players are gonna come into this game and they're gonna see, if a card is banished, it's put in the banished zone. Cards in the banished zone, blah 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 blah, and they're gonna read the old cards and go, oh, remove from play. Wait, what's remove from play? Huh? It's just gonna confuse new players. Like it's retarded. You shouldn't change terminology midway through a game. That is not how you. That is how you that is how you start mass confusion and chaos. Okay, so going past that, second term is removed from the field is now leaves the field. What the fuck is the difference? When this card is removed from the field, when this card leaves the field. Anyone want to jump in here? Because this is retarded. It's the same thing. They just shortened it, and that's fine. That doesn't really bother me because it doesn't really mess with you very much. I mean, it's the same exact thing. They just shortened it by a couple letters, so that doesn't bother me. Is removed from the field, leaves the field, whatever. You know what it is. Next one, piercing battle damage. Adding more terminology to a game that it doesn't require. Konami, I'm starting to hate you. All those monsters say when his card's attack is higher than the defense of an attacked monster, deal damage to them equal to the difference, blah blah blah. All those are now going to be piercing damage, and it's going to say, when this card attacks a monster, when this card attacks a monster, you can inflict piercing damage if this card has a higher attack, whatever, crap like that. Like the example is, if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. It's just that. It's just that. I mean, and like I said, I don't like this because I mean I try and look at it from new players and old players. The old players who haven't played a long time who might want to start getting back into the game, they're gonna come into the game, buy some new packs, and go piercing. Piercing? What the fuck is piercing? Then they gotta go look up a new phrase. Because not everyone used piercing. It was a semi-common term, don't get me wrong. But not everyone used piercing. As a metaphor. And then like the new players are gonna say, what's piercing damage? And then they're gonna have to look it up, and I don't like that, but that one's still understandable. Number 4, oh sorry, 5 things are being changed. Number 4, selected as an attack target is now targeted for an attack. I really didn't care about this change. It's kind of the same thing. When this card is selected as an attack target, when this card becomes an attack target, or when this card is selected as when this card is selected as an attack target is now changed to when this card is targeted for an attack. It's understandable. Like it's fine. Like that doesn't bother me. That's fine. All they did again was shorten it, so it's just shorter and more to the point. That doesn't bother me. Number 5. This is annoying. This is where Konami messed up in translation and realized this and went, oh crap, this doesn't work. So they're changing. If you don't know what it is, hero monsters are now hero monsters. And that may sound confusing, but if you read the thing, you understand. Right now you have Elemental Hero, Destiny Hero, and Evil Hero. but pretty soon they're adding in 2 new hero things. So instead of saying add one elemental hero or add one whatever, or like the word hero used to be capital H-E-R-O. It's now going to be capitals period, like caps lock H-E-R-O. Because there's new cards they're going to bring out that are going to say when a hero monster is on the field, do such and such and such, crap like that. And they're changing Stratos' effects. So you know how Stratos used to say add one evil hero, destiny hero, or elemental hero to your hand? And his effect will now read add one hero monster from your deck to your hand. That's it. So any hero in your deck, you just plop right in your hand. All the other trap cards and stuff are going to change too. So if it says, when you control a destiny hero, blah blah blah, it'll say when you control a hero monster, do whatever. And not all cards, mostly all cards, which is going to be annoying as hell, because that means if you run elemental heroes or any kind of deck that uses that stuff, you have to look up all the erratas for these cards. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. When you have to look up erratas on multiple sets of different cards, that's beyond ridiculous. I think that's retarded, to be honest. I think they could have done a much better job with this. I think they failed on this. They could have done a much better job. The first thing I would like to see of Konami to have done would be the cost. So many players do not understand a cost. Instead of cards saying discard one card, period, blah blah blah, they should say, in order to activate this card, do such. That way you can define it as a cost, and players know. They don't have to go, is this a cost? 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 They don't have to ask every 2 seconds. Changing the way costs are worded would help so much. It would dumb down the confusion on what is a cost and what isn't. It would help newer players. It would help judges. It would help everyone. It would be amazing to do that. But they didn't. They decided to do this BS, shorten a few terms and crap like that, and failed horribly. Like I said, they took a decent step with it, but they just took a step in the wrong direction. It's like, this is the path they needed to go on. They went trip. I don't know. I don't like the direction they took. I would like to see them change costs, and I would have liked to also see them changed basically effects. There's a lot of effects coming out these days that the players are having issues understanding. For example, Tengu. It says when this card is removed from the field, it's a new effect. Sorry, it's a new effect. It states when this card is removed from the field, special summon another one from your deck. Okay, that's fine. Now, there's been issues of people going Book of Moon, attack with Aaron, and goes back to the deck. You don't get the effect. Now, people don't understand that because, well, it was still removed from the field. What's the matter? And it would be so good to add to these effects. Maybe, if you're on errata stuff, errata this, so it'd be more understandable. When this card is removed from the field and sent to, say, I don't know, wherever, or when this card is removed from the field, except for a return to deck or whatever, something right there, to help players so they know, oh, I went back to the deck. No effect for me. Dang. Just help people. It would help the game a lot more, but they decided not to do that. So I really don't like this change that they did. It's just, listen, I think it was a step in the wrong direction, but they're trying. I guess that's what we can say is good out of this. We see with our own eyes they are trying, people. So don't say, oh, they don't give a shit. They're like whatever. They are trying. So at least we know that. This is the Gadget Guru, and I will catch you all later.